7:40. Oh, morning. 12 degrees. Got up in the night for one Jimmy Riddle. Oh, I don't know what I've got on for today. Wednesday. Tent looks drier than it did last night. Anyway, I'm going to stay here for a bit, get some breakfast in a minute. Been long enough now. Get this out. Lid on that. Pot on to boil. So I'll take you around a bit of a tour of the tent. It's made by, well, the branding is CF Litty as I look at it now. So yeah, it's the first time this has been all up properly. Weird, I don't know, it's not situation, phenomenon, I don't really know what you call it, but with the head torch on you can actually see the dew landing in front of you and coming down. Come down in sort of droplets, 3 or 4 like that. Just, I don't think you'd see it apart from the fact you've got a light right in front of your eyes. Yeah, we had no wind last night, so hard to tell if it stood up to it, but there's a little rainfly that pops on the top. Didn't really read the instructions, you just have to fold out the poles at the bottom, just pull at the top and it just opens itself up, and then it's just a case of pegging out the corners, pop the little fly bit over the top. So one side's got a portion awning and 2 zips that come down the outside, and the other side is just 1 zip straight down the middle. But yeah, I laid out a bit of tarpaulin so a bit of extra length. What I would say is it's sort of, I don't know if it's the same design with all tents, but because it got wet in the morning, you're trying to unzip, especially if you want to go out through the porch, you have to reach right down, and as soon as you do that it just wants to drip inside. I suppose it's always going to be that way with dome shapes. As soon as you open this bit, all the water will dribble off there straight inside. Even if you fold it up that way, it's still going to, that's going to be the lowest point, and water will always find the lowest point. So there's a hook in the middle for hanging a lamp. Actually hung my Garmin bike computer as well for the temperature inside. It was quite toasty. It was about, I think the lowest it went to was 12 degrees. So the hook is, there's a hook in the middle for hanging up a lantern. I also hooked on my GoPro bike computer to tell me the temperature inside the tent. I'm not entirely sure what the difference is from outside of the tent, but I'll find out. I'll put some details up there. Yeah, there's 2 pockets on the inside if you want to keep your things in. The biggest thing for me was something I wouldn't normally take on a camp, and that's this big thick airbed. The other thing we had was I was able to hook up an extension lead, make sure the lowest point is on the outside of the tent, so I could have some power. I could actually have 3 electrical sockets plugged in. I was only ever going to use it for charging. Again, one thing I noticed with the GoPro was as soon as I plugged that into charge, and this is actually plugging in the Volta stick which was normally attached to it, was as soon as that started powering up, it recognised there was power to it, and it just started uploading the videos to the cloud, which I thought, well, that'll save me uploading them all in one go. later. We used an old barbecue thing. Went foraging for some wood last night. Made a fire. Struggled a little bit to get it lit at first, and at second, third time we got some cardboard on there. Just found lying around. Got some sticks. I knew it was going to be difficult getting air to it. That was always going to be the problem, but it was just a lot of the stuff was damp. I mean, it is November the 5th, so it was November the 5th, now the 6th. Needed a Jimmy Riddle about 2 in the morning. I did that. Been up, see me cook breakfast. Oh, yeah, the stove. So now it's cool to touch. Coleman C300 performance. Gas canister, it's a screw on top. Let's see if we can fold this up actually. We don't need it anymore now. Yeah, they'll fold around there. I'll look up there. We go. Just unscrew this. Little orange packet for that to go into. Also came with this stand. It wasn't very expensive at all. It all comes in within the pots there. It's Odderland, I think it's called. So all we've really got to do now is sort of dry it out and pack everything away. I was surprised there wasn't much in the way of fireworks or bonfires. I thought there would be, and that might be why the temperature was what it was. Let's see if this is ready yet. Triathlon training will be on hold for a bit, just for these 2 weeks. I'm not sure when I'll next get out and do a camping video. Could be this year, but most likely we'll look for something next year and maybe go true wild off the grid. Try a mountain or a national park somewhere in the UK. Just when it's a bit warmer and the weather's a bit more predictable. So that's the plans going forward for next week and beyond at the moment. Triathlon training. You know, you've probably seen the video about day one of the disaster that was. Getting injured on the first day doing something easy and straight, not doing anything technical. Couldn't believe that. Couldn't believe that.